BlazBlue, Guilty Gear, Dragon Ball FighterZ, and Marvel vs. Capcom all in one. Marvel Tokon just released an official beginner's guide for the game, and let me tell you, this game's gonna revolutionize how we play tag fighters. So let's break down the video and talk about the biggest takeaways. Marvel Tokon is gonna be a 5-button fighting game, similar to Arc System's titles like BlazBlue. You got 3 buttons for normals, 1 for an assist, and 1 for unique abilities. This is going to give you extra flexibility on your controller or fight stick to map out macros like quick specials, air dashes, grabs, whatever fit your playstyles onto your extra buttons. Now I am loving the freedom that the system is offering. Just look at this screen of all the buttons that you can add onto your controller. It essentially is letting players craft custom control schemes that fits perfectly for their playstyle. I'm just relieved it's not a monstrous 8-button control scheme. My brain, I don't think my brain could have handled that many inputs. Your 3 attack buttons are going to be your lights, medium, and heavies. This format looks very similar to Dragon Ball FighterZ, with its heavy attacks launching your opponent into the air, or spiking them down to the ground, or even triggering stage transitions, which we'll get to that later. For casual players, mashing any of those normal buttons activates auto combos. Each button gives a different combo string and finisher, and you can even switch between them mid-combo. So if you're tired of, just matching the square button, you can throw in a little triangle if you feel like it, or if you're feeling spicy, you can throw in a circle. I love this for new players. It allows them to do cool stuff and have big things happen on screen without requiring them to have too much mechanical skill. Next, we have the unique skill button. Similar to BlazBlue or Injustice's trait system, each character is going to have a unique ability tied to a single button. This button is most likely going to be the centerpiece of the character's playstyle, and understanding how the button works and when to use it is going to be pivotal in advancing in the game. Finally, we have the Assemble button, or more commonly known as the Assist button. Tapping it while hitting a direction will call out one of your 3 assists. Holding it, on the other hand, will allow you to switch into that character instead. Now, if you can't decide which one you want to do, you can just do both. You can call out your assist, wait for the attack to hit, and then press the button again to swap into that character. Reminiscent of BlazBlue, Cross Tag, and Marvel Infinite. And in these games, if you watch pro play, these players are basically playing both their characters at the same time. So I just can't wait till people get their hands on this game and we're watching all 8 characters fight on the screen at the same time. Now, wrapping it back to the casuals, we all know you hate motion inputs. So don't worry about it, because Tokon has streamlined this for y'all. Like Grand Blue Fantasy Versus, you can assign one of your buttons to a quick special. Tapping it into a direction will allow you to perform your special move. But I do suggest you practice and learn the special move input, as if you want to improve at the game, doing these traditional motion inputs does do more damage. Now, wrapping up the button segment, we have your macro buttons or your combo buttons. Pressing medium and heavy together will activate your grab, while hitting light and assist will trigger an assemble smash, a mechanic similar to Drive Rush in Street Fighter 6. If you do it in the air, it'll track your opponent just like a Dragon Rush in Fighters. And I just know everyone's going to spam this move when the game first comes out just to get in and engage on your opponent like they did in Fighters. Hitting this input defensively, you will activate a counter mechanic called a Assemble counter. Now both of these mechanics spend your Assemble meter, and you only get a limited amount of these at the beginning of the game. So how do we increase this number? Well, let's dive into probably the most intriguing part of the game, the assist and the stage transitions. Looking at the HUD, we got, the basics, a health bar and a skill gauge. Below the health bar, we have the Assemble meter, and to the top left, we have your assist. At the start of the match, only some of your assist and meter are available. So how do we unlock the rest? By activating a stage transition or a splat. This mechanic is akin to Dragon Ball FighterZ or Guilty Gear, where you can activate a stage transition via heavy attacks, combos, and supers. Tokon adds another mechanic to this by allowing you to do this with a grab. Performing a stage transition unlocks your next assist character, replenishing meter, and even gives you some health bar. This mechanic flips the traditional tag fighter meta completely on its head. Usually the goal is to see who can burn the other resources quicker, aka get a happy birthday and kill the other assist.
Oh my goodness. Happy birthday. That's not gonna kill, but that's
But this mechanic makes you think about how you're going to outpace your opponent, trying to see who can gain resources first. Imagine this, you're fighting someone who counters your current character, but your best counter pick is stuck behind the 3rd slot. Now you basically have to play a match of chess, trying to figure out how you can get your character out mid-match as quick as possible while keeping yourself alive, while also limiting your opponent's resource gain. That's going to be a whole challenge in itself, which is going to make the game mad complicated but intriguing to watch. Speaking of watching, that's probably what you're going to be doing if you're not going to EVO this weekend. They're going to have a little showcase and playthrough at EVO for people who are there. Sadly, we can't all be there. So what can you do in the meantime? Here at NPG, we're going to be diving into games that we were mentioned throughout the video, like MVC3, Guilty Gear, etc., that have similar mechanics to Tokon to be fully ready to help you guys through the game once it releases. So hit the subscribe button to stay up to date with Marvel Tokon and more videos like this.